I have a very special guest with me. Right, she's actually no guest because we are so familiar
Hello.
and we are working together so often. It's like almost every day. Right, Karen.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon.
Right. So
Hi,
Karen,
Lilian.
have you taken a lunch?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, we'll
I'm
do
too
that after.
nervous.
Yeah, we were behind the scene talking about this comfort zone topic, right? Because this is our
Yes.
weekly for those who are new to Voices of Courage Asia. This is our weekly lunchtime chat. Talking about different topics that are very close to our heart in the area of our personal growth and development. It can be in the
Mm,
area of confidence, finding clarity, and of course finding that courage to overcome all your different fears that you face in your life, right?
mm.
Yeah. So, Karen,
Yes.
she, Karen has been very nice to to come on today, in spite of all the narratives that's going on in her mind right now. So I will do my best. I'm going to do my best to help you feel comfortable.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we go into the topic,
Mm,
let's chat a little bit about yourself. Tell the
okay.
audience who are you, what do you do, what's your passion, what you are interested in. Yes, let's get to know a bit about Karen.
Okay. I'm the founder of Collective Goodness. Collective Goodness is bringing in healthy snacks, functional, nutritional food. And on the side, I'm also a creative business partner. What I do as a creative business partner is I help businesses build up their brand. So you know how in businesses you have a HR business partner. So in this area, I'm your creative business partner where I can help you build your brand, build your content, your graphics. Yeah. So this is I have I have about 20 years of graphic design experience,
Mm-hmm.
so branding as well. I have been I've took a break from design when I started my business. So now I'm
Mm.
coming back in and starting to find a passion to help businesses, help women, chat with women
Mm.
to find out about their business. Yeah, so that's what's happening right now.
Right. So I heard that you have 20 over years of experience in creative and design, right?
Yes,
Branding, yeah.
yes.
So that is decades of experience and expertise over that, right? Which is why you are so good at what you do, right?
Thank
And so
you.
efficient. And I always like to share this in the community, right? That it's as
Mm.
if that you can read my mind, like
Stress.
the stress. Right. Karen is really someone that's so talented. If I just communicate something, an idea, a thought, and all that, she is very quick and fast in putting it into visuals. Yeah.
Mm.
So I think this is your superpower. This is your gift, right? And we all look up to you um, in this expertise here. Okay.
Thank
And
you.
yeah.
I think
And,
I enjoy the exchange. This
mm-hmm,
is what I'm starting to understand about
mm-hmm,
how I'm stepping into this new part of my life. I enjoy the exchange with you. I enjoy the exchange with all the women that I've spoken to when they want to
mm,
talk about their brand, when they want to talk about their business. And I
mm,
realized that the goal for me is to help them be successful
mm.
by
And you
providing with brand solutions, I guess. Yeah.
mm, yeah, and you do have your heart do drawn. You mentioned, we had conversations before that you mentioned that your heart does goes to helping and when you wanting to support. You have the desire to support a certain group of people, right? You want to share a little bit about that?
Um, yeah, I previously when we had a conversation, I think
Mm,
we wanted to identify a
mm-hmm,
group of people that I wanted to be connected to, I think,
Mm,
if I may put it this way.
mhm,
And women entrepreneurs were a group of people that I felt drawn to, because I think because myself, I'm a
mm,
entrepreneur, and I see the challenges.
mm,
I see the challenges even when I am a brand person.
mm,
How to go about finding the right channels, how to go about creating a good logo per se. So I think by connecting with this group of women,
mm.
um, yeah, I'm able to impart a bit of my skills. That's where I feel a connection to them.
Right. Yeah,
And
because you
a
can.
lot, a lot of times women are wearing so many hats.
Mm,
I
yeah.
think taking a part of this from them or helping them with a solution for this part of their life, I think it's pretty great.
Mm. And I mean, working with you like, so closely, I can
Mm,
also, I'm also learning a lot from you. And, we talk about, like you said, the exchange, right? Um, in the area of course, the design part, the visual, the design, that is your superpower, right? I can never do what you do. Yeah,
you never
but
know.
with the help of Canva.
Yeah.
But that's still template, the creativity, still the originality, the creativity still has to come from unique individuals who can understand,
Mm,
your client's passion, your clients, like I said, you can like literally almost like reading my mind.
mm,
That's an expression of figurative speech, but you understand where I'm going, and
mm.
a template and app is not able to understand that. You get what I mean? Yeah, it still
Yeah,
needs that personal touch, that personal connection, taking the time and effort to understand the client in order to come up with that creative design, that brand identity, and
yeah,
everything that translates that message, right? That brand message,
yeah.
right?
I
Mm,
think a lot of times it has to do with the connection, really.
mm,
Because when I meet up with you or when I meet up with anyone whom I'm maybe helping, I may not necessarily always talk about the brand or the work. It's about,
mm,
being connected to the other person. And then you realize, okay, so this is what they're trying to achieve,
mm,
what they're trying to do for
mm,
others. So that is
mm,
where the focus comes in. This is where the creativity comes in.
mm.
Mm,
Yeah, I think one very good example was with Jocelyn's book design, right?
yep.
And all the materials, the marketing materials that you have created for her.
Mm,
Sometimes that the little touches here and there, like when I say that, just feel that something is missing, or even the video creation. Remember? Yeah,
yes.
when I highlighted those details,
Mm,
and you are able to immediately capture it and put in that design that communicate what was lacking. So that was really powerful. I was like, whoa, I you get it so fast, and you're able to create something to fill in that gap.
yeah,
It almost instantly.
yeah, it was great. It was great working with Jocelyn. I think she's very easy to work with,
Mm-hmm.
and we just click.
Mm.
So I think it helps that
The
way.
connections, the
Yeah, it's
connections
really the
help,
connection.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So when it comes to business, be it personal, relationship is relationship, right? Be it
Mm,
personal or work, um, connections, taking time to understand each other's, the other party's needs, and
mm,
what they lack, what they need is so important. Yeah,
mm-hmm,
in order to produce the support. Yeah,
mm,
be it a service or be it any other form of support lah. Yeah, because we
mm.
were trying to um say this in such a way that it's not just limited to business, right? It's also
Yep.
about life. Yeah, because we're in the business of transforming lives, right?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, so everyone has a overview and idea of what Karen's strength is, right? That's her expertise. But yet again, she too has her own growth process that we all do,
Yes.
including myself. And she was talking about comfort zone. We're talking about comfort zone. What happens?
Mm.
Yeah, what happens when we step out of our comfort zone? I think it's a process, right? It's a process.
So scary.
What happens before, what happens during, and what happens after?
Mm.
So, shall we do it a little bit systematically? Okay, let's
Yeah,
go
yeah,
to
yeah, sure.
before. What
Okay.
happens just before you step out of your comfort zone?
Um, nervousness really kicks in, I think. I mean,
Mm.
for me,
Mm-hmm.
what is my comfort zone? I
Mm.
think maybe I explained a bit about this.
Yeah.
My
Mm.
comfort zone is really being in a small group,
Mm-hmm.
being by myself. Because of my
Mm-hmm.
personality,
Mm.
I can do a lot of things myself. I can go to the cinema myself. I can eat alone, at the food
Mm-hmm.
court. So
Mm-hmm.
that is really my comfort zone. I
Mm.
feel that I'm great. I don't have to talk to anyone. So when I'm just before I step out of this
Mm.
zone,
Mm-hmm.
challenge myself, right? I feel so, oh my goodness, like, can I do this? Can I actually convince myself that because your brain just wants to keep you safe. Your brain does not want any negativity. It does not want any change. So you just want to stay in that zone. So before that, I would feel nervous. I would even doubt myself, or maybe even self-sabotaging thoughts start to come. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So that is the before.
Excuse me. I'm having a
You
dry.
okay?
I don't have. I just keep drinking the water.
Don't
All right,
check.
pardon me. Yeah. Right. So the emotions that you were talking about was like nervousness, right? Anxious,
Mm,
nervousness. Yeah. That
mm,
the most immediate
mm,
emotions that you can experience that, right?
mm.
What about the thoughts that go through your mind? What were some of the thoughts that went through your mind?
Um, Definitely don't want change. Definitely don't want to fail. Yeah. So even if I have to step out of my comfort zone, even have to do something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anything. It could be now where I'm talking to you in a public space. It could be doing something else. I don't want to fail.
Mm-hmm.
So I will make sure that I do my research, or I will make sure that I do some homework.
Mm-hmm.
But this chat that we're having now, we didn't have much
Mm.
time.
Yeah,
So
I didn't give you
now
time.
I'm
There's no
really
time
on the
for homework,
ball.
right?
Now I'm really on the ball. I'm really yeah, going with what I feel, sharing how I feel. Yeah.
Wow. So this is really out of your comfort zone. It's like because like you
Truly.
mentioned, your comfort zone is, you can besides the doing things alone and all that, you need the time and space to actually like gather your thoughts, do the
Mm,
research, be
mm,
prepared, the preparation. Yeah. So
mm.
this is like randomly, spontaneously putting you on the spot, and yeah, and you just have to manage it.
Yes,
All
I'm
right.
managing.
Very well. Managing it very well. Okay.
Oh wow. Hi,
Jocelyn,
Jules.
Jocelyn wants to say something. Jocelyn said, Karen is not just very talented. More importantly, she takes time to truly listen and understand her clients' needs. My book cover captures the exact
Mm.
essence of my vision. It was so professional and delightful working with Karen. See, there you
Thank
are.
you. Thank you, Jules.
Yes. And we have also someone that is quite similar in personality with you,
Okay.
Jack. So Jack give you that reaffirmation. Yes, she is amazing.
Thank
See?
you, Jack. When I grow up, I want to be like Jack. Actually, I look up to her.
It's so beautiful, right? Right. In this community, we just
Mm,
we all actually look up to each other because of the different gifts and talents that
mm,
we have, and
true.
not realizing it. But when we have these
Mm,
conversations like this, we begin to see your own strengths, and how
mm.
others, and providing the opportunity for others to actually affirm you as well. And yeah, so I find that it's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wonderful community, I must say. Yeah,
Right.
and it's also a community where I can hone my public speaking skills, I guess.
Mm. So I think
Practice.
this area is something that's really out of your comfort zone, right?
Mm,
And I
yes.
remember meeting you the first time and having interacting with you all this while. You are much more comfortable with a one-to-one or a
Mm,
small group setting. Yeah,
mm.
putting you out on the spot like this is really. I want to use the word stretching you.
Yeah, you said, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So there are always narratives for our audience out there. When you are faced with a challenge or a situation, um,
Mm,
and if you are someone like Karen that needs more time in preparation and not used to being put on the spot or
mm.
anything spontaneous, you will probably resonate with how she feels and what's going on in her head when you are being put in such a circumstances. Right? But the encouragement to all our audience out there is you can do this, right? Like what Karen
Yes.
is handling it very steadily right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess everyone have it in us
Mm-hmm,
to do it. It is really just stepping across,
mm-hmm,
just taking that step to just do it.
mm-hmm,
Um I also do think that it helps us to understand ourselves better. Where are
mm-hmm,
the limits that we
mm-hmm,
can go? What is our limit? I
mm,
never thought that I can speak with you this way. I
mm-hmm.
never thought that I would have the words to express, what I'm feeling. But there we are. I mean, here we are, and yeah,
Yeah, just a conversation.
it's
And
a conversation. Yes.
yeah, and I think one thing that has helped me, and I hope that it will help you and our audience out there, is to always be true to yourself and being authentic and
Mm,
speak from your heart. Yeah, and whatever subject matter that you have that certain level of knowledge, you don't have to be wow. Again, it goes back to your definition of like I mentioned, we look up to you because you have
mm,
20 over years of experience in this industry, in this field, right? The design
mm,
and creative field. But yet you too have certain expectation of what constitutes an authority figure, right?
mm.
Or what defines an expert in your own definition. You have your own definition, but to us, you are already the expert. Yeah, because
Mm.
we experience you, we and you have that history of experience, 20 over years of experience. To us, that is our definition of, yeah, you can be our mentor in this area, but you have your own definition and expectations for yourself, and standards for yourself as well, right?
Yeah, I
Mm,
so maybe I can expand a bit on that.
sure, sure. Would love to hear that.
Uh, like you said, even though I have 20 years of experience, if you were to ask me to talk about design, if you were to ask me to talk about branding, I would still have that self-doubting. I
Mm-hmm.
would still feel, hey, are you sure that you can talk about this? Are you sure you know your stuff? So there's always that self-sabotaging thoughts. There's always that self-doubt lingering.
Mm,
I guess a lot of us will feel the same out there.
mm,
Many of us are experienced in a field.
mm,
Yeah, many of us are expert, subject matter experts. So But when it comes to presenting, you might also doubt yourself. You might also think that, am I just covering up, like
Mm.
selling snake oil or something like that? People always say I'm going to sell. Yeah, so it's so that is a hurdle that I need to go through.
Mm.
I'm still in the process of doing
Mm.
that. I'm still in the process of learning how to build that self confidence.
Mm.
If I mean, yeah.
And to embrace your strengths. Yeah,
Mm,
because
yeah.
I think one thing I learned over the years is also that um, I can understand where you're coming from, because
Mm,
um, like you said, we are all we have certain knowledge and experience in certain fields that we are
mm,
good at. Yeah, and even though we may be doing it day in day out, and others think that we are the expert, we do question ourselves when we are being asked to present or talk about ourselves.
right.
Yeah, that's where the narratives start coming in, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
am I good enough to be talking about this? Who am I to be talking about this? And yeah, so I think these are very common voices in the head,
Yep.
for a lot of people out there. So for our audience out there, if you have these voices in your head, you have been doing, uh, something something in your own industry, that day
Mm,
in day out you may be doing for the past 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, or even 30 years, and you still hear these voices in your head. Right? You're not alone. You're not alone. But one thing I want to encourage all of us, including myself, is we are work in progress. We
yep.
are always learning.
Definitely.
There's
Mm,
always, yeah, there will always be something new. Humanity is always constantly learning, and there's in science, or there's always new discovery. It's a never ending journey of learning. So
mm.
to have that growth mindset, and not putting a lid on ourselves, I think that gives us some form of liberty. Yeah. Mm.
Yes, I
Yeah.
so agree. I guess being in this space,
Mm.
this process of growing, I can see the growth. I can see my own thoughts. I can tell myself
Mm-hmm.
it's okay if something goes wrong.
Mm.
It's okay if I say something wrongly. So
Mm.
because you get over it, there's always another time to
Mm.
do it. So
Mm.
these are the thoughts that I feel helps me get through to the next
Mm.
step of it. Okay, I can do this. I
Mm.
don't know if it will help anyone who's going through
Mm.
this, but
Mm.
just telling yourself that it's okay to not say fail, but it's okay to make a mistake during this process because
Yeah.
you'll get a chance to do it again.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, we don't know what we don't know, right?
Yeah.
We can only, whatever answers, whatever that came out of us at that point in time is what we
Mm,
know at that moment in time,
mm.
right? Yeah. So again, it's about the growth lah, right? Having a growth mindset, and being kind to yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Stop beating yourself up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I know, for me, the internal critic is very loud. I criticize myself a lot.
Mm, me
So
too.
yeah, we learn to be kind to ourselves, and
Mm,
give ourselves a pat on the shoulder, and if someone affirm us and give us that validation, encourage us,
mm.
embrace it, and stop, stop fighting against it. And yeah, it will be endless debating about whether you are good enough or not.
Yeah, it's true. So true.
Right. Now let's talk about, because if you
Mm,
notice, I always go around the three A's, right? First was
mm,
the awareness. So living in the space of awareness does really empower us with the choice, right? A choice and a
mm-hmm,
decision to make. Yeah, and then we look into our attitudes, our thoughts, our emotions,
mm,
right? Now, the next thing that we want to look into is, I mean, also the actions. Besides our
mm,
thoughts, our decision making, our emotions, action is the next step, uh, for to see change happening, right?
mm-hmm,
Yeah, in coming into fruition or completion.
mm, that's right.
So, what actions did you take overcome those negative thoughts that went through your head just now? Let's start from this
Today,
this example here.
what
I think
actions
I asked
did
you
I
only
take?
what last night, is it? I asked you last night.
Yeah, last night at
Last night.
10 or something like that. I was like, what?
Yeah. So share with us, like, okay, what were the thoughts and then what actions did you take that
Thoughts
landed you
was,
up here?
yeah, okay. Thoughts was, of course, I shared just now. I was nervous. I didn't know whether I can do it, you know. And action. So I think the solution, I mean, I'm very solution focused. That
Mm,
mode kicked in.
mm,
Um, so I wasn't able to do this in my own space because I
mm,
had a prior appointment. So
mm,
I had to find a location where I can do this. I
mm.
had to, so I looked for solutions. I had
Right.
to change, I guess, take the mindful step to say that, okay, I need to do this. What is the solution? And here we are. So it's
Right.
really taking that step to, yeah, switch the
Yeah. So,
mode, switch the
yeah.
mode.
And I noticed it becomes very intentional.
Mm,
Right. Yeah. Everything the next step, whatever solution that came out was because of your intention to make
mm,
things happen, to make it
yes,
happen.
correct.
Right. So, but of course, before this, take a step back was the decision that was made first, lah. Everything we
Mm,
have to make that decision first.
mm,
Therefore, whatever actions that followed, because all our actions are very thought driven.
mm,
So, um, once you make that decision, like you mentioned, find solution, make it happen. Therefore, whatever follows was very intentional,
mm,
right? And in the midst of facing obstacles, right? Because you
mm.
couldn't do it at home, and that doesn't stop you from taking the action and finding other alternatives, right? Sometimes
Correct.
we go this way and then you face a roadblock and then roadblocks, okay, cannot be done.
Yeah, yeah. I realized that about myself during
Mm-hmm.
this couple of years. I
Mm,
realized that when there's a roadblock,
mm,
um, I pause for a while, and then
mm,
the mode in me change. I
mm,
change to, okay, let's find a solution to
mm.
this. So that was, yeah, thank goodness I have that. If not, I would be stuck in a nervous space. Yeah, but yes, I do realize that this is such a crucial step, like what you shared. It's really about
Mm,
intentional,
yes,
being intentional.
yeah. And for being intentional, I think Sarah totally agree. Right. Yeah. So Sarah is also a
Sarah is
very
great. Yeah,
intentional action go getter. Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
she is.
She's someone that is, yeah, we need to get her to come on board and have a chat too. Sarah, you heard that?
Sarah,
Right. So very easy. Yeah, just just like that, and 30 minutes is up. You see how fast time pass, and when you're speaking from your heart, you're speaking, without any constraint on yourself.
mm,
Yeah, things just
mm.
flow.
Yeah, it wasn't hard. It was comfortable.
Yeah, comfortable. Yay!
Yay!
Mission achieved. All right, before we go, we
Mm,
always want to, not just share, but we want to encourage
mm,
our listeners and audience out there as well.
mm,
Yeah. So, what do you think? What is one thing? Just one thing. What is
mm,
one thing that you would like to encourage those who are struggling to step out of their comfort zone?
mm. Okay,
Mm,
one thing, huh?
yeah. I know there are many
Um,
things. Let's just do one.
I think be open.
Mm-hmm.
Be
Be
open
open.
to I know be open is a very vague explanation, but you can be open to people,
Mm-hmm.
just sharing with people. You can be open to a different challenge,
Mm-hmm.
even you can be open to different scenarios.
Mm.
I think in that process of being open, you are able to be vulnerable first because you don't like we don't like change, right? But after that feeling of vulnerability, you are able to focus and step out. I think get past that. So be open to changes. Be open to people coming to ask you to do certain things at 10 o'clock at night. You know, be open to that. Yeah.
An invitation in the middle. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Having the attitude of being open. Yeah, and when we are open, we actually provide open up to a lot of opportunities.
Right.
To actually discover more about ourselves. And I would like to emphasize or direct attention to discover more of the potential and the strength that we actually do have that we didn't realize. Yeah,
Correct.
if we are not open to these opportunities or spontaneity opportunities. Yeah, right. So wow, thank you so much for sharing your heart, your thoughts, and taking the courage to be vulnerable and spontaneous. Right. I really want to um,
Thank you
applaud
for
you
having
for
me.
that. Yeah, Wendy has
Oh,
come
hi,
on to
Wendy.
support you with a word of encouragement as well. She said, "Nice sharing. Discover our
Yay.
potential and strength when we are open." Yes, recently Wendy also took that step of courage, right, to step out of
That's right.
her comfort zone. Yeah. So yes, a lot we are witnessing a lot of win and courageous actions that being taken by our community ladies in the community. So it's so encouraging. Yeah. And what do we have actually for our upcoming monthly empowerment meeting next month? Um, None other than the two
It's
of us.
me.
Yeah, we are going to wrap up the monthly empowerment. Yours truly, myself, as well as Karen, right? Yeah,
Yes.
to share. Check out our website. Check out the Women of Courage .asia website, right, for an idea of what this community we're talking about, Women of Courage Asia, right? And then as well as upcoming on the 2nd of November. What's happening on the 2nd of November?
So next Tuesday,
Mm.
Her Courage Business Network is launching. Now, what do we do at Her Courage Business Network? We are coming together, a group of us are coming together to create a network for women entrepreneurs. This is where you can form power teams, you can collaborate, you can hone your public speaking skills, you can learn about other businesses and connect. Yeah, so we wanted to create a safe space. We wanted to create a collaborative space for women to come together. Yeah. So next Tuesday, 2nd of November, 6:30, and there's still time to register, please.
Yes, although seats are limited due
Limited,
to the
yes.
safety measure regulation, so we are doing everything that we need to do in compliance to the rules and regulations. Yeah. So we really love to support each other in not just in our life at Women of Courage Asia, but also in our business at Her Courage Business Network, right? Yeah, and we have lastly we have Charlene that came on and she wants to thank you. Thanks for the sharing, Karen. I've learned
Thanks,
a lot from
Charlene.
you.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's all for today's episode. Right. Thank you again so much, Karen. We'll continue to catch up later.
Yes.
To our audience. We'll see you next week, right? Every Tuesday and Thursday in our weekly lunchtime chat. This is Lilian signing off and Karen signing off.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.